All right. In NBA news. NBA free agency final thoughts. We talked to you before free agency, during free agency. It's been a while. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two.
Step two.
Now we're back. And we have our final thoughts.
Well,
So you can start where you want to start with this.
I want to talk about the Rockets first.
The Houston Rockets.
The Rockets from Houston. They signed some players.
Who did they sign? Who did the Houston Rockets sign?
They signed Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook? What team did he play for?
He played for OKC, the old Thunder.
The Thunder. Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant used to play for the Thunder, too.
He did. He doesn't anymore.
Paul George used to play for the Thunder.
Doesn't anymore.
But something happened in free agency. We'll get to it.
Let's not dwell on that.
Okay.
Let's look at this roster.
Okay, let's look at the roster.
Now they have some different players. They got Austin Rivers.
Okay, they had him last year.
You don't seem enthusiastic about Austin Rivers.
No, because he was on the team last year.
I got you.
And so he should be better acclimated to the system. So
Clint Capella.
He's on there last year too.
I understand. They only.
Oh my bad! You just named the roster. Okay.
They only added Westbrook.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
They added Nene, and they added.
Who we got there?
And they already had James Harden.
Yes. So basically, we're trying to sit here and talk about like we care about the rest of the roster. We do. We'll talk about that on a later date. Let's talk about what the people want to talk about. Dynamic duos in free agency.
Does the addition of one Russell Westbrook make the Rockets a contender for a championship in the NBA?
I would have to say if they were a contender last year, then they're a contender this year because I feel that Russell Westbrook brings more to the table than Chris Paul at this present time because I feel he has even bigger chip on his shoulder to prove that he is a winner and not just a person that gets the stats.
So he's just not a stat monster.
No, even though that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
His stats are ridiculous.
All I do is get triple doubles that lead to wins. But in the playoffs, in a 7-game series, it has not led to 4 victories. Maybe 2, maybe 3, but not 4. And so people are holding that against him.
I don't think they should because
they should.
Ultimately, Chris Paul didn't play.
And injury prone.
That's it's
the truth. I mean, basically, last season, their chance to win was increased when KD went out, but the momentum of them wasn't the same. They got outplayed. They got beat. Now, when Chris Paul went down, that time the year before, that was when their chance to win, Game 7. And so I feel, Chris Paul catches some tough breaks. If he was able to play with Kobe Bryant on that last string when the Lakers are still together, still good.
They would have had Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
Yes. Possibly, maybe still Dwight, even though Dwight is just
Gasol.
Because they would have Gasol. But just that. Let's forget about the other people. Maybe they wouldn't have signed Dwight Howard.
Why you call that man soft?
He understands what soft means now from Kobe Bryant. He was on there talking to Christine Leahy, explaining that, I understand. Here's what I understand. Dwight Howard doesn't have a job right now. He either got some kind of tailbone surgery. All the other things they were talking about, I'm not going to bring that up on this podcast because it's just nonsense.
We're just talking about he's not working right now.
We were just talking about he's not working right now, and he's been injury prone since he joined the Lakers.
The Lakers.
He hadn't been really – he had some good years with the Atlanta Hawks, but he's been inconsistent.
1 or 2.
He's been injured, and right now he's at the end of his career. Even though he's in great shape, he's going to have to prove it to a team.
Does his game translate to the NBA of today?
If he can't fly high like he did before, he doesn't have many post moves, I don't know. That's what athleticism was his game, and if he's not as athletic,
I don't think he is.
He may need to try for a backup role here. But back to the dynamic duos. Chris Paul got hosed by David Stern, so now he's out of. Now he's on OKC. He's out of Houston. The Rockets are better suited. It's more unknowns there for them. So that way, I think they have a better chance to surprise people.
Okay.